Henry says, I will never marry you. I just wanted to have fun with you. For a year, I was in a relationship with you just for this. Today I have got a chance, and I will definitely not let it go. Hearing this, Ellie was shocked. She started sweating. And Ellie said nervously, Please Henry, don't do this. I love you very much, Henry replied shamelessly. If your love is true, then fulfill my needs. Hello friends, James is a boy who does not have any job. And he has only one dream, to marry a good girl. He comes from a middle-class family and has failed in law studies 3 times. Once while dancing at his friend's wedding, James falls in love with a girl named Ellie. After getting information about Ellie, he came to know that Ellie has a boyfriend. This disappoints James. But after a year he came to know that Ellie has broken up. Hearing this, James goes to her house to meet her. On reaching there, he finds out that Ellie has cut the veins of her hand. James immediately takes her to the hospital. Ellie's family thanks James because, with his timely help, Ellie's life was saved. Then Ellie's family marries Ellie to James. Now James is very happy because he loved Ellie very much. However, after marriage, Ellie was constantly worried and confused. On the first night of marriage, James falls asleep because he is tired. Then he goes to the bathroom to freshen up. There he hears Ellie's voice. Ellie was mumbling in her sleep. No, don't do this. Let me go, I love you so much. You can't force me like this. Please Henry, don't do this. James is shocked to hear this. He doesn't know what Ellie is talking about. And who is this Henry? He immediately wakes Ellie up. She was drenched in sweat and was scared to see James. James hugged her and asked, Ellie, what happened? Who is Henry? Ellie does not answer, and just says, maybe I was dreaming. But James became suspicious, because Ellie was always sad, and he knew that Ellie loved someone before marriage. One day passed like this. The next day when James saw Ellie walking in the lawn, he decided to talk to her. James asks her, Ellie, look, I know a lot about you. I came to my friend's wedding, since then I loved you, I liked you very much. And when I came to know about you, you loved a boy. When you broke up with him, I came to meet you. If you are worried about something, can you tell me? Hearing James's words, Ellie started crying a lot, and hugged James. She said, you know all this, but I don't know if you can hear the truth or not. And maybe after hearing this you will not even want to live with me. James holds Ellie's hand and says, Ellie, don't think like this. I love you very much, and will still love you. No matter how much pain you feel, you can tell me everything truthfully, I am always with you. James was surprised by what Ellie said after hearing this. Ellie says, the person I loved very much was named Henry. I wanted to marry him, but Henry was cheating on me. And he just wanted to take advantage of me. One day Henry took me to his friend's house. Being in a relationship for a year, Ellie had a lot of trust in Henry. And she went to that house with him. Seeing the scene there, Ellie tells him, Henry, I am not ready for this yet, wait for a few days, I want to marry you. And we will get married soon. I think, we should do all this on the first night of marriage. Now it is just a matter of a few days. If you want to do this, then you have to wait a little more. After marriage, you can do all this to me whenever you want. When Ellie was saying this, Henry started laughing loudly and said, what world are you living in? I will never marry you. I just wanted to have fun with you. It's been a year, I was in a relationship with you only for this. I have got a chance today, and I will definitely not let it go. Hearing this, Ellie was shocked, she started sweating, and she said nervously, please Henry, don't do this. I love you very much. Henry replied shamelessly. If your love is true, then fulfill my needs. And then he did everything with Ellie, for which Ellie was not ready at all. Later he left her alone in that house. Ellie sat there in pain all night. In the morning she somehow recovered and returned home. She did not know what to say, whom to tell. She remained silent. But finally, when the pain increased beyond limits, she cut the veins of her hand. Hearing this from Ellie's mouth, tears came to James' eyes. Ellie was crying loudly, then James held her and said, "Ellie, don't worry. It is not your fault, and I am with you. I will always stand with you." Then James said, "Ellie, what do you want, tell me." Ellie says, crying, "I want to teach that Henry a lesson." James said, "I also want that whoever has insulted you, should also be insulted." After this James told the police about the incident with Ellie. And filed a complaint. James started collecting CCTV footage of the place where Ellie was taken. In that footage, it was clearly visible that Henry was taking Ellie to that house. And in the morning, Ellie was leaving from there sadly. The police arrested Henry on the basis of this testimony. And gave him a good punishment. After Henry got a severe punishment for his crime, Ellie was very happy to have a loving and sensitive partner like James in her life. Who not only loves her, but also understands her pain, and fights for her honor. Today Ellie and James are living a happy life. James always respects Ellie's wishes. And never pressurizes her. James always believes in love. James forced Ellie to believe in love again. This story teaches us that there should be respect, faith, and honor in love. No relationship survives by force. Be it a woman or a man. If someone says no, respect that no. Her no can turn into yes with time. But coercion in any relationship causes pain and suffering. True love is that in which there is respect for each other's feelings. In which there is no place for force. Love should always be based on trust, respect, and consideration of each other's feelings. No relationship can survive by force. And respecting your spouse is true love. Friends, how did you like our story today? Tell us by commenting.